Hello my friends, summer is ending, September is upon us, and that means it's time for another game giveaway. I'm really liking these. I'm glad that there are good homes for my unplayed games, and I might have picked up a few new games to keep my shelf filled. So, new month, new game. Now, my family loves the game Space Cadets. Don't know if you guys have played that one or not. It's a cooperative, real-time game of just fun chaos. You're all on a ship. None of you have been trained properly. The odds are pretty good. You're all going down in a core breach. It's a lot of fun. I got my nephews and my girls together. I was Captain Auntie this summer, and we played hours and hours of Space Cadets. Loved it. Great game. But it's more of a big group game. It takes a lot of time to set up, a lot of time to play. So I picked up another game. And this is the game that unfortunately is my month's giveaway. Because while it's a fun game, it's not quite what I was looking for. And that is Space Cadets Dice Duel. Alright? Set in the same universe as the original Space Cadet game. But this one is not a cooperative game. This is a competitive, head-to-head, real-time dice rolling game. And where it failed for my family was the competitive. It's all fun and games if you're on the same spaceship that goes down in a fireball of glory. It's not so much fun if you're in teams and you cause your sister to go down in a fireball of glory. So again, it was too competitive for my family. You have to play 4 to 8 players on this game. So it's not a two-person game, so it's not something I can just break out with my husband. It's 4 and none. So it just isn't quite up to our speed. But it's a lot of fun chaos, and it deserves a good home. So let me get it down here, open it up, show you what's in it, give you an overview of how it's played, and if you're interested, I will tell you what you have to do to enter September's game giveaway. So Space Cadets Dice Duels, like I said, it's a team competitive game. So you need a minimum of 4, 12 plus. Man, I think you can go lower than this. There's no reading in this game. It's dice rolling. And let's face it, sometimes kids are better dice rollers than adults. They have luck on their side. 30 minutes, that's about right. It's a pretty fast little game. Crazy fun. Okay, so what do we do? Right. In Dice Duels, as the name suggests, you have a bunch of different fabulous little dice. You have 2 sets, right? Because you got 2 teams. So I'll just pull out one set here and show you how this works. Okay. You have this big giant board here. Giant board with squares, and you are flying around it, all right? This is space, and as you can see, there are little crystals or things you can pick up, and you could put in asteroids and make it harder or easier or whatever. But you're navigating across this grid, trying to find the other ship, get it in range, achieve a sensor lock, and blow it out of the sky. Like I said, competitive. But what's cool about this game is the mechanics. This was just brilliant. And the same general idea is in the base or the original Space Cadets cooperative game. All right, it has the same setup in that you have a bunch of different stations, just like you were on a real ship. Shields, helm, tractor beam, engineering, weapons, and sensors, all right? This makes up your ship. Now, if you're playing a 4-person game, right, there are going to be 2 people on each side. So 2 people are going to have to divide up these stations. So maybe I'll take these 3 and you'll take these 3. In an 8-person game, you're going to have 4 people on your team. So, you know, you can divide the stations up however you wish. And every station is sort of like a mini puzzle all on its own. All right. So the main station is engineering. And whoever is engineering is sort of playing the captain. And what the captain does is he takes, or she, going to take the little normal white die, okay? And on your turn, all you're doing is rolling these die, all right? You roll them, now this is in real time, right? So I'm rolling as engineering for my ship, while at the same moment, the opposing team is also rolling for their ship. So this is a race. It's a race to get the correct number. What's the correct number? Well, it depends on what you're doing, all right? Every station is assigned a number. So shields is a 4. Anytime you roll a 4, you can give it to shields to power up your shields, okay? Weapons, that's a 1. Any 1 I roll, I can shuttle over to weapons. So weapons can start loading torpedoes. The last one, let's see, who else can I pull up here? Who will fit in my little shot? How about sensors? Will sensors fit? Yeah, that'll work. Sensors. Sensors, you need 2s. If you roll a 2, it's going to sensor, so on and so forth. Tractor beams and helm. And they all have a different effect, all right? So the captain, or whoever's in charge of engineering, is going to be frantically rolling their dice, all right? You can re-roll these as many times as you want, but as soon as you see the number you like, let's say we're trying to load torpedoes, I'm going to be looking for 1s. Haven't rolled any, so I'm going to pick them up, roll them again, I'm looking for 1s. Okay, there's 1. Now, as soon as I assign a die to a station, that station activates. Whoever's in charge of shields, it could be me. If I'm running more than 1 station, I'm going to have to be rolling these die and my station die. They're going to take their lovely little, there's one more in here, red die, all right? Now, for every single die I assign to weapons, weapons is allowed to take out 1 die in response, all right? So as soon as weapons gets that, they're going to start rolling. What are they looking for? Well, they're trying to load a torpedo, and as you can see, a torpedo has 3 parts. It has a middle. Now I'm stuck on weapons. I'm yelling to engineering, I need more, I need more. So engineering is frantically trying, okay, great. Engineering is going to send over 2 die, all right? As soon as weapons rolls their 1 and sets or locks that die on their grid, they're going to return that back to engineering. At the same time, engineering is going to pass over 2 more, which means weapons gets to pull 2 more die and roll them. Looking for, we got a front, didn't get the base, so I can now send this die back to engineering. Continue rolling this one, looking for that tail end. I am a horrible roller, I'm horrible at this game. All right, we have a weapon. So I would yell to the captain, Captain, I've loaded 1 missile, okay? Of course, the other team hears that you have loaded 1 missile, and they're going to be frantically rolling. So what else can you do? Oh my gosh, look at all these fabulous dice. Each one do something different. Shields, you're matching up, and you can put them to give you shields so that if/when the other team manages to load a weapon, if you happen to have shields on the right side, you can block them. Now, you can load the weapon, you can fire the weapon, but in order for the weapon to hit, you must have a sensor lock on the other ship. And that's green, number 2. They're magically trying to roll here to get sensor locks, or the other thing they can get are jamming tokens to jam the other person's attempt to, wow, I'm such a bad roller, to get them, okay? So sensors is going, as soon as you have a sensor lock, okay, if you can roll enough sensor tokens greater than or equal to however far away plus how many jammers they have, you're allowed to fire your weapon, at which point you yell stop, and that's the only time this game stops, all right, is when you have a sensor plus a weapon loaded, torpedo loaded. You yell stop, you fire your missile. The other team checks, do I have any jammers to stop it? Where is it going to hit on my shields? And you take damage, okay? The other thing, of course, is helm. Helm is trying to drive you across the map. And tractor beam, I think, is for like pulling in crystals. And if you tractor beam the other ship, it's easier to hit them. I'm not sure, but that's just a note. I just wanted to give you an overview of how this little game works. It's frantic dice rolling. Everyone at the table is rolling at once continuously. Engineering is constantly rolling these dice giving them away, and then at the same time getting them back from a station that's already used them. So you're throwing dice across the table, you're yelling, Shields yells, I'm good, I don't need any more. Okay, great, I'm gonna stop rolling 4s. Weapons are loaded. Sensor is a dud because it's me playing and I can't roll to save my life, and everyone's yelling, come on, sensors, sensors, because the other team is yelling, we have 4 missiles, we have 4 missiles, and so you're panicking, and it's just crazy until of course you yell stop, and in that moment you realize during the chaos that, you know, you put the shields in the front when you needed them in the back, and Helm turned you around, so now your rear is exposed and it all goes horribly south. Oh, I hate engineering because it's a directional game. If you've ever played Robot Rally, it's very similar to this, where you have to reorient yourself on the map and figure out how these dice work. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of chaos, and it is very, very competitive. You interested? All right, let me tell you what you have to do to get in the drawing for this game. So that's the rundown for Space Cadets Dice Duel. This is a competitive dice rolling real-time game, okay? Requires 4 people minimum to play it. It doesn't take very long to play though. This is only like a 30-minute game, maybe 30 minutes. So you can set it up, play it, tear it down really fast. Fun game. If you can get over the competitive nature, I think it's fine for kids. You could do a kid and a parent, you know, and you could have a really good time with this. So you want to win it? What do you need to do? Okay, same as last time, US and Canada only. And I'm going to say leave a comment telling me what game you would love to play but haven't been able to. What game is sitting on your shelf and you're dying to get it out again, but you can't get either the time or the right number of people to get it open and played. We all have those games, right? We all have them. Let me know what yours is in the comment, and I usually leave these up for like 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, and then I'll shut it down and pick a winner and mail you out Space Cadets Dice Duels. Have a great September, guys. Bye.